Absent a cure, a $10 million research project is currently underway, coordinated between the University of Nebraska Medical Center and the University of California, San Francisco, addressing the one area where significant help can be made right now: caregiving. As you can clearly see behind me, Just Can It brings members from all over Omaha's community, but not just to collect cans, but to bring awareness to what it's like living as one of Omaha's homeless. This year, the Nebraska Humane Society has even streamlined the process. All you have to do is come in, fill out this short questionnaire, and then you're free to go cage to cage and find that perfect kitty. This week, the attention of the nation and the world turns toward the president as he attempts to renew the ties between the United States and Cuba. Also paying attention to this monumental visit is a UNO professor who provides a link from Cuba to Omaha.
My beautiful island, Havana, right here.
Currently in his 23rd year teaching at UNO, Gerardo Machado was born in Havana on September 25, 1931. After high school, Machado followed his family's desire for him to become a doctor. But 3 years later, he changed course.
I wanted to be in the military because I felt like it was a tradition in my family. My great uncle, that happened to be at one time the 5th president of the country, he was in the army, he was a general. My dad was an officer in the army, so I thought that I should be going in the same route.
This new route would ultimately lead Machado from the military academy into the mountainous regions of Cuba as a guerrilla fighter for Fulgencio Batista, hunting Fidel Castro.
Fidel Castro was lucky enough to have a person who lived in that area. His name was Crescencio Perez, and he became the guy of Fidel. He made move Fidel from one place to the other one very safe.
Although Machado fled Cuba in 1959 with his family, he's never taken his eyes off his homeland.
This is where the entrance to the harbor, where Che loved to do his killing. That was his cemetery in reality. Mm-hmm.
Through the articulation of his life stories, Professor Machado imparts far more on his students than just a foreign language.
Being taught by someone who has that much experience and such different experience gives you a variety of perspectives, not only in the classroom, but on life itself.
For the Omaha News, I'm Matt Barrows. Now that spring training is behind him and the roster is set, the level of excitement and anticipation is high inside Werner Park. The 2015 season was a mixed bag for the Storm Chasers. For the first time since 2010, they didn't win the Pacific Coast League. However, they did watch their major league affiliate, Kansas City Royals, go on to become world champions.
It's just a sense of pride to see what Dayton has done here to revamp the Royals and to make us a winning team again.
The minor league brings all types of different ball players together at different stages of their career, like veteran Brian Dunsing, who played the last 7 seasons with the Twins.
I feel like I still got a lot left, but you can't play the game forever, and I understand that. But I'm still here having fun and enjoying it. I think once I stop enjoying the game, then that's when it's time to get out.
Or the big hitter Brett Eibner, who seems to be on the cusp of a major league career.
If I'm not performing, there's no reason for them to call me up. So I'm looking forward to it. At some point, maybe this year, getting a call up. And but I'm here now, and I got to focus on playing well here and getting better with parts of my game that need it.
A philosophy expressed by President and General Manager of the Storm Chasers, Marty Cordero, is that minor league baseball isn't just about winning championships, but it's also about entertainment and community engagement, which is why they're very excited about a lot of new additions here at the ballpark. One being the Sun Valley Landscape Party Patio, which seats up to 100 people so that you can come to the baseball game as a group. Given all the park's new amenities, combined with the Royals' return to glory, the Storm Chasers are likely to bring out big crowds as they chase after a championship of their own. For the Omaha News, I'm Matt Barrows. The case for the negative health effects of cigarette smoking is well documented.
I started smoking cigarettes probably when I was like 14 years old.
And for those who want to quit smoking, many have succeeded using vaping as an alternative.
I don't really depend on my vape as I depended on cigarettes. I wake up in the morning, I can breathe.
As vaping has grown in popularity, others have found it purely for recreational purposes. However, not without some pushback.
I can't tell you how many times people have said to me, oh, you're going to get popcorn lung. I think that's probably the number one thing I hear is, you're going to get popcorn lung, which I don't think most people even know what that is or how you would get it.
According to vapers, not only is there a lack of understanding, but there also exists a misunderstanding about the health effects of vaping. To understand why,
you have to follow the money. So who wins and who loses in the vaping wars? If vaping goes away, Big Pharma wins because Big Pharma will be able to sell more nicotine patches, more nicotine gum.
depending on the source, there's a lot of conflicting information out there about vaping. The fact is, there just haven't been a lot of quantitative analysis studies done on its negative health effects. Studies like the one going on here at the Creighton Medical Center.
What we saw was lung function over time actually got better, which was amazing. And so you can't necessarily say it got better because they were vaping, but something did happen there, and it certainly did not get worse.
But this doesn't necessarily mean you should run out and start vaping.
It appears that they might be better, but far from safe. Far from safe. And that's also when you're talking about a very specific group of people. You're talking about people who smoke, not the general public. General public needs to just stay away from it. Don't even go near it.
For the Omaha News, I'm Matt Barrows. DoSpace is a great place to go learn and get experience with new modern-day technology. Reporter Justin Eidelman goes in depth on their Cyber Senior program at DoSpace. Restaurant owners are still paying fees for permits in order to avoid closure and want to remind customers that the list was not for health or safety reasons. Earlier today, former presidential candidate Carly Fiorina gave her support to Senator Ted Cruz. Fiorina says she is, quote, horrified by Donald Trump and believes that Senator Cruz is the only one capable of beating him. This endorsement comes just one day before the next GOP debate in Miami, Florida. Currently, Trump is leading in the national polls and is predicted to win the upcoming Republican primary in Florida. Nebraska requires people to train for 490 days before attaining a cosmetology license. If Governor Pete Ricketts signs a bill passed by the state legislature, people who braid hair will not need a cosmetology license to practice. This has become a popular bill because most cosmetology schools do not teach hair braiding, and they can cost up to $20,000 in tuition. Iowa has been facing controversy over laws requiring a cosmetology license for hair braiding and is currently battling a lawsuit over the issue.